segment paid for by Davis of Freeze Realtors.
It's time for Happy Tappe Home Tips
I'm so happy about this.
with Luke Tappe of Davis and Freeze Realtors
I'm so happy.
on 97.9 Kick FM.
All right, it is a Monday. It is time for Luke Tappe from Davis of Freeze Realtors with his Happy Tappe Home Tips. Hello,
Hey,
Luke.
man.
Good morning, you guys.
Yeah.
How are you surviving this heat wave?
You know, we're surviving out here. We're survivors.
All right, so we're diving in today as we get into summer. It's warm, but there's some people are putting houses on the market, but there's some really big mistakes that you kind of want to top 5
Yeah.
that sellers make if they don't have a certified realtor helping them out.
Yeah.
Are these things, because you drive around and see it, you go, nope, not that.
Yep.
Nope, mistake.
Every
Nope.
day.
So this is your top 5.
Every day.
Yeah.
And it just, if they would just take 5 minutes, call me.
Yeah.
It's just things that I could help them.
And they're little
Bitty things that I could just help them avoid.
For sure. Okay, so what are those top 5?
So type 5 mistakes sellers make when listing their home. Whether you're thinking of selling now or down the road, these tips could save you time, stress, and money, which is a big thing. So starting with number 1 is overpricing the home. This is it's a big one. Everybody wants to get top dollar. I understand that's human nature. That's, the market, everything that combines. But pricing your home too high can actually hurt you. Homes that sit too long on the market often become stale. Buyers then wonder what's wrong.
There's a reputation that develops around
Yes,
it. Yeah.
exactly. It's kind of a stigma. You're exactly right. The longer it lingers, the more likely you'll end up making price cuts or accepting less when you could have just gotten right.
The nitty gritty of it.
Exactly. Right up front and got to it. So a competitive priced, home will attract more interest and sometimes even spark a bidding war. So price competitively. Number 2, ignoring curb appeal. I mean,
It's a big one.
It is. First impressions, we've always talked about this. It's like a first date. Pulling up to that house, seeing it for the first time, it's everything. Curb appeal is really everything. So buyers often drive by before they even schedule a showing. And if they don't like what they see, if your yard's a foot tall, you've got weeds all in the flower beds. I mean, they look at stuff like that.
Junk in the yard.
Junk in the yard. Yeah. I mean, so simple fixes like fresh mulch, trim bushes, power wash driveway can go a long way. Curb appeal kind of sets the tone before they even open the door. Number 3 is skimping on professional photos. This can be a big one. If you've ever seen a for sale by owner or even some realtors out there, it looks like they've taken the photos off of a old Motorola Razr phone.
Flip phone,
They're fuzzy, they're grainy, they're wrong angle, cut off. Nearly every buyer starts online now. Your home has to shine online. In the listing photos. So dim lighting, clutter, awkward angles, it can cause people just to scroll right past your listing, even online. Yeah. I kind of call that even driving by. They're driving by your listing online. So they're just passing it right up. So I always recommend professional photography. It's a small investment. It makes a huge difference. And if you list with me, it's free.
There you go.
Yeah.
Love
it. Number 4, not taking care of minor repairs. Buyers notice little things, leaky faucets, squeaky doors, burnout bulbs. These issues make people wonder if they didn't fix that.
What else?
What else is there?
Right.
What else?
On the bigger things.
Exactly.
Yeah, the HVAC.
Yeah, kind of just, it's the human nature there again. It gets the mind going. So small fixes can reassure that buyers, they know that the seller's home is well maintained if those little things are done.
They're coming into something solid.
Right. If there's a big ticket item like an old roof or an HVAC system, you can talk to me. We can kind of discuss what we need to do or disclose on things like that. And then number 5, being inflexible with showings. So I get it. Showings can be inconvenient. You have a life, you've got things going on, but the more people that see your home, the faster it sells.
Yeah.
I mean, if you constantly block times or require too much notice, buyers may move on to the next listing and they may fall in love with that one instead of yours. So I say just try to keep the home clean and show ready. I know it's hard, especially if you have kids.
It is.
You know, but when you have your home listed for sale, let's just try to keep it like ready to go as much as we can, especially like in the first 2 weeks of listing is kind of what I tell people.
But I think that's where a realtor expertise comes in, because you could kind of prepare the buyer, be like, hey, they have kids. It's not messy.
Exactly.
But just, there's
they
toys
just finished
everywhere.
dinner. It might smell like spaghetti, whatever.
Right.
But yeah, avoiding these 5 common mistakes can help you sell faster and for more money. And if you're thinking about selling or just want to know, start that conversation like we said before, what your home might be worth in today's market, give me a call, shoot me a message, and I'd just be happy to help you strategize all of these things and just take a look at even these 5 things and say, hey, we've got a couple light bulbs here. We've got a leaky faucet. Let's just go ahead and fix that. And some things, I've even helped my sellers. Like, hey, I've got a wrench out in the car. That's all it needs. It's just a quarter of a turn,
Well, and you've said before, you've got guys who can help it for specific situations.
Absolutely.
You brought up the roof or stuff like that. You've got people to help in these situations to get from point A to point B if you're a seller.
Exactly. And I've got great people, a great list of qualified people that can help get all these things taken care of.
Very good.
Well, don't be part of these 5 mistakes.
No.
So call Luke and his team over at Davis & Freeze. How do they get a hold of you guys?
You can give us a call, 217-223-9700, or visit us on our brand new website, davisandfreeze.com.
All right, Luke. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next week.
Luke.
Thanks, guys. You too.